The key to happiness is simply to give up what is not essential. Stillness, dreaming, awakening, that is the great wheel. When the knower of these three is known, the great gate opens. Any awakening to the truth is an intuitive and spontaneous process. There is nothing to be done. It is the nature of the flame to burn. It is the nature of the moth to fly towards the light. When the moth is destroyed by the flame, can it be considered the moth's fault? The world is just an interaction of opposites, one and many, full and empty, coming and going. This flow continues. One who is not affected by the flow is one who has accepted it. How different is the world when the identified individual is absent. Once the function of perceiving is clearly understood, the notion of inside and outside disappears. But how do you describe color to a man blind from birth? Why so many words? Let stillness speak, and all questions are answered. Ideas distort experience. One who is empty of ideas experiences life in all its fullness. Ignorant is one who ignores the essential, knowing the sky, the earth, and things, but not knowing oneself is the highest ignorance. Awaken from this trance, or remain buried alive. Accepting that snow is white, that the crow is black, that summers are hot, and winters are cold, is the heart of understanding everything that is. It is not the extraordinary that needs attention, but what is common. Thoughts come, the kettle whistles, and the response is the same for both. Naming is building a fence between what is named and the one who names. All life becomes pure when mental commentary is removed. Then the teacup turns into a sacred moment. A dog does not know that it is a dog. It only knows that it is. If only man could be so fortunate. It is easy to get lost in imagination. It is more difficult to root oneself in what is. The beauty of music is felt, not analyzed. Hold a single note for a single second longer, and the melody is lost. True life is that which happens when no one is trying to lead it. All art is created in the absence of the artist. The end of unhappiness occurs in the absence of anyone who is unhappy. You are the only obstacle. The path beyond you is through you. What can exist without you? Answer that, and all other questions will be concluded. Just as the skin is the physiological boundary, thought is the intellectual boundary. Going beyond these boundaries is the door to the vastness beyond understanding. All problems are created by the mind and related to the body. In the absence of either, where are the problems? The fool denies the existence of what they cannot imagine. The wise denies the existence of what they imagine. Seeing utility in everything is knowledge. Seeing futility in everything is wisdom. The secrets to living are these. First, the past cannot be improved. Acknowledge what has been and move on. Second, the future cannot be shaped. So, why bother? Lastly, nothing can be controlled, neither the past, nor the future, nor the present. Accept this moment as it is. By honoring these three secrets, one leaves without chains. Under a rock, there is always darkness, regardless of how brightly the sun shines. Seeing correctly is simply stepping out from under the rock of personal identification. Wholeness is merely the perception of the non-existence of parts. The end of illusion is the end of the self. You cannot exist without illusion, for being you is the very illusion. Real contact is made when there is no person, no personality, and no individual to know. Beyond the known lies the realm of endless discovery. For perception to flourish, it's not about what you do that matters. What matters is what you stop doing. Moving from vast nothingness to become a small something is the height of madness. Living spontaneously leaves no time for thought. That is true living. Stillness without someone trying to be still is the solvent in which all individual conditioning can be dissolved. What remains is neutrality, an acceptance of what is, Problems no longer arise when the creator of problems is no longer part of the process. This means a solution to all problems is the removal of the creator of all problems. Abandon all that has been acquired and return to the state prior to the first acquisition. Who are you? In the single instant absent of any thought, there is the clear revelation that nothing is wrong. The return of thoughts announces the return of problems. Recognizing illusions as illusions is the way out of illusion. The only thing more challenging than looking for a grain of rice in a stack of straw is searching in the wrong stack. Where are you looking for what you want to find? If you are looking outside, you are looking in the wrong stack. The individual desires liberation. But liberation from what? Liberation from the pain of being an individual. Don't you see why I laugh so much? What is, always has been, and always will be. There is nothing to be done. There is nowhere to go. There is nothing to achieve. Clarity is not about adding. It's about removing. Giving up little, you get little. Giving up much, you get much. Giving up everything, you get everything. Life pulses. Everything is happening, but there is no one to whom it happens. In silence, an inner and subtle eye opens and sees what is the foundation supporting all appearances. Every experience is transient, but the base of experience is unmoving and permanent. This is diving deeply into the root of being. In undisturbed silence, this fundamental lucidity becomes known. Those who have understanding know this. Lan Shi sought wisdom. His first master taught him, "You are the canvas on which everything appears and disappears." Lan Shi was not satisfied. His second master taught him, "You are the canvas on which everything appears and disappears." Lan Shi was not satisfied. His third master said, "First, you must serve me for 10 years. Only then will I teach you." And so, for 10 years, Lan Shi served the master, cleaning animal dung, sweeping the floor, preparing meals, and washing clothes. At the conclusion of the 10 years, Lan Shi said to the master, "I have fulfilled my commitment, and now I am ready to receive your teaching." "Very well," replied the master. "You are the canvas on which everything appears and disappears. Over time, your self changes and disappears. Ask yourself, in this life, how many identities have you had? What are they now? How long do you believe your current identity can last? Where does it go when it's finished? Beneath it is the support. It is the water for the boat. It is the sky for the cloud. What is known is sustained by the unknown, which, in turn, is sustained by the unknowable. To ignore, this is the madness of men. What never changed, what never will change, is the fertile ground to explore. What is permanent within transience. Upon finding this, the search ends, the seeker ends. Anything that can be gained can be lost. What cannot be gained is what is already present, here and now. Realign with that, and nothing more. No need to analyze darkness to dispel it. Just light the lamp of clarity, and all darkness ends. All things appear as they really are to those not blinded by self-interest. The rain is falling. The grass is growing. The crow is cawing. Where's the effort in that? The longing to reach somewhere, a destination for a self tied to time, hinders realizing that everything that exists is in this single moment. Right here, right now. The world is known through the mind, but understanding the world's support is beyond the mind. When clarity is present, problems vanish. When clarity is absent, problems arise. Once understanding is complete and clear, there's nothing to do but observe. With no one here and no one there, everything is as it should be. Talking about eating doesn't satisfy hunger. These words just point to the restaurant. The solution to all problems is seeing who has them, and the only one who can tear down the wall is the one who built it. Every day, become at least a bit lighter. What makes a person wise? Nothing more than realizing the unity that seems diverse. Perceiving through appearance is everything. The search ends when the fish sees the futility of looking for the ocean. The water isn't wetter here than there. No need to go there to get what's also here. Those chasing two rabbits catch none. The one who observes spends a lifetime in conflict with what is observed. This resolves when both the observer and the observed dissolve into observation. Man's main function is to create unhappiness for others. This stops when it's understood there are no others. All suffering is personal. In the absence of the person, where can suffering collapse? Peace is present in every moment. Remove the shroud of thoughts, and where peace can't be found.
If you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. Your support means everything to us. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.